It's been a long road, but we have made it to disc 2 of FF7. Now we gotta change disc. Gotta remember how to do that. I think that's easy. Yeah. Alright. Made it to disc 2. You forget how long RPGs take sometimes. Because when I'm playing them on my own, if I just have like a day to spend, I just spend playing the RPG and you make progress quick, you know? Now we can continue to where we were told not to go before. Though I guess they're gonna direct us. Sephiroth. I wonder which way he went. Ugh. Like I said, though the game's gonna tell us directly here. You alright? Hmm. Sephiroth said to me, head north, past the snowfields. Yeah, do the thing that sounds like you're reasoning it out, not the thing like you're seeing things. Though Cloud is being more open about that he's a danger. I think he could announce some kind of vision there. This is a sort of curious part of the game where we head north, and while we're heading north, I think in general, not a ton is going to happen with the plot, but there's some interesting gameplay sections, mini games, odd little things, and the most important of these things is going to be we should try to pick up some materia. There's some things that we should try to be keeping an eye out, specifically in a glacier part ahead as we go north into the cold. Oh, we haven't fought that first enemy in front yet, so let's do this fight. The Tifa's just enormous damage output. I should probably if we were being kind of I don't know maximizing damage here, we'd probably put the yeah Tifa's ridiculous. We'd probably put the nail bat on Cloud and give him damage, something like what Tifa is doing. This is not our big Tifa loadout. This is not. We haven't hit the point where Tifa becomes incredible, but it is nice to see her shining even before that. I missed a treasure chest there, but that's okay. And we reach this wall that we can start climbing up the wall. What else is there to say? Still, of course, new enemy type. Still, we're of course reeling from what we've seen at the end of Disc 1. Grimrod. I don't remember these enemies at all. Spin shield. Huh. What did that do? As said, so many enemies in this game just do weird things. It is very much like FF10 is kind of the cleanest FF for everything is very regularized. You see an enemy and you know, that's the type Auron hits, but other characters can't do much damage to, right? And I think that works pretty well. But FF7, almost every enemy is like, they came up with some weird idea. Maybe I'll kill it before I ever see the idea, but there was some idea here, and something interesting's going on with it. Oh, we can't go to the left. Okay, so I guess we'll go down and we'll do, or can't go to the right, I mean. We'll do this one first. Can we go up here? No, we cannot. Okay, so we gotta go up this crack. Which means we gotta go left and drop down to that one later. Grab the treasure chests. This is going to be gameplay for a while. I don't think there's going to be that much interesting to say. So I'm going to try to run away from battles a fair bit. Maybe we'll heal here. Throw out a few attacks. But for the most part, it's just going to kind of be picking up items, having Tifa just destroy things with counterattack. You know, the usual. Let's go up first. Couple points where we're going to care about the items we get. The added cut materia is pretty exciting. Now you have to jump off here, but we can... Nope, I don't want to go up. The added cut materia, whatever it's attached to, it adds a cut to that. Hypno Crown, that ups manipulation rates. We don't care that much about manipulation rates. This is not a big find for us. Should have grabbed this one earlier. Bolt Armlet. I think the Bolt Armlet's pretty good. You may go equip that. We didn't want to equip the Gigas Armlet. That was very good because it pretty similar. And I kind of want to keep the Eden Coat on her. Oh, this is so much better. Just because she has so little materia access that I like giving her the thing that... So what does she need? She needs long range, counterattack, cover, luck plus. I guess we could get down to 4, but I'm going to keep it at 7. That was a very good equipment we just got, but not quite useful for us, given what we're doing with Tifa at the moment. Yeah, so the added cut materia, so it means like if you put added cut with fire, right? It's like all, right? It's a blue materia. You put it with something that changes how that affects things. So you put added cut with fire, and every time you use a fire spell, you get a free attack with it too. It's quite nice. Magic plus materia. Forgot that was there. Let's give that to Cloud. I guess we don't need throw. That just doesn't... I don't use throw much. What was I saying? Yeah, but it means you can also put it on something like Death Blow if we have a physical attacker. And then every time we use Death Blow, instead of it being, well, Death Blow sometimes hits for double damage and sometimes misses, it'll instead be Death Blow sometimes hits for double damage and we get the normal attack attached anyway, right? So instead of just doing, 1x damage from a normal attack, or Death Blow doing sometimes 2x damage but sometimes 0, we go up to sometimes doing 1 times damage and sometimes doing 3 times damage, which really ups damage output. I think this is the first time we've been minied, except it doesn't hit because Cloud has a ribbon attached, I think. So maybe Tifa will get minied. Yeah. Which is the worst character for us to have minied, because now she's very weak. Now, Mini, Frog weakens your physical attacks so you can still use them, right? But you can't use magic attacks when you're frogged. Oh, it doesn't? No, it just missed Cloud. Nanaki has the ribbon now, because we put the water ring on Cloud for Genova. I should probably switch that back. We're going to be focusing on Cloud significantly more as a useful character. So yeah, added cut's going to be great. So Frog kills your magic attacks and weakens your physical attacks, but you can still do like some physical damage. You do like a third or a quarter or something. Mini, you still have full access to magic. Just full access. However, you go down to 1 damage physically. So for Tifa, who is entirely physical, we'd much rather have her be frogged. No, we haven't faced this enemy before either. This enemy, I think you can manipulate and learn Aqualung. I think this enemy has Aqualung. I feel like that. I could be wrong. I feel like there's something to do with enemy skill with this enemy, and it's probably Aqualung. I'm a little scared it's going to use Aqualung because we just took off our water absorb, and Aqualung could genuinely like murder my party, right? Just a very powerful move. What do we got here? Power source. Nice. Always use power sources immediately, because we know where they go. What actually are our stats? We haven't looked there forever. Cloud, 53 strength, 78 magic. Nanaki, 44 and 58. So you can see, we've definitely upped Tifa's strength beyond the others. And Cloud's magic is now up, though only a bit by the magic plus, because that's only 10%. So he would have clearly highest magic anyway. Though that's partially, of course, because we've put materia on him, and materia ups your relevant stats and lowers your other stats. like the footprints here. And we have entered the frozen north. We don't have a vehicle, but we won't need one here. We have fought other wolves of this type, but I'm not sure we fought these ones exactly. We probably have, though. So I should probably skip this fight. Yeah, not going to be too much to say today. This is going to be a very, after the last few times, major story developments and boss fights. This is just going to be the whole sequence from the Temple of the Ancients to the end of Disc 1 is really intense and dramatic, and the game being ambitious in lots of ways. And now we just kind of get, okay, we're running around kind of slowly, and we'll hit a town that's not very important. And yeah, you know, not a ton going on here. I can't run from this one. Tifa gonna take a lot of damage if she blocks and is hit in the back. Yeah. So I should probably have put someone on healing. It just doesn't matter. Tifa's too strong. I mean, she is getting criticals, but like, she's going to be getting more criticals than other characters, right? We put luck plus, we've upped her luck whenever possible. Luck and strength are stats that go nicely together, just because, of course, attacking and getting criticals goes well together. See, we could get a chocobo here if we really wanted transportation. That wouldn't help much. I'm just at the top of a mountain. That's unrealistic to walk to casually. And we make it to a town. Not a very important town, but a town nonetheless. Alright. What weapons you got for me? Grandpa, wake up. We have a customer. Oh, welcome. Glad you came. Organics. 6 slots? That looks pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna buy that. It only lowers her attack a little. You see, we're getting up to having nail bat strength weapons. And she will get access to more materia again, which means we can up her armor. Yeah, we're gonna buy the Dragon Claw, but we had a fun run. We had a fun run with our, and definitely buy this as well. We had a good time with our work glove era of Tifa. Does mean we lose double growth, but oh, I missed the Seraph Comb. We got the Seraph Comb a while ago. I should have been on this for a while. I'm foolish. I think we'll go for the more materia, but reasonable option either way. And goodbye to the work glove. As I said, had a good run. Let's fill in our new slots. When in doubt, you know, this is pretty low cost to put on summons and ups the magic nicely. So let's do Chocomog. We like Chocomog. And let's level up an elemental, just in case we need it. For you, I guess we'll level up this transform. It's going to level up soon anyway. And we'll put an enemy skill on. Nah, we already got one good enemy skill. Let's give some summons. And for Tifa, we want to up physical stats. Vitality's nice. Oops. We also, now on Tifa, can finally connect things if we wanted to again, but we don't really have much to connect. Is there anything else that ups her stats? Not the relevant ones. So we'll just put on a bunch of stuff that doesn't hurt, and we may as well grab experience on. All the command materia. Very good weapons here. Big jump from like 40 power to 60 power. Okay, let's do this house next. Now, no, I wanted to save this one. Now, in general, I said this town is not very important and doesn't have much story. That one we just left is the one important house here. And I think they do a good job of scattering things about. My boy got, meaning even a town that has like very little connection to the story, they make sure to have some development here. I think that's important and good. My boy got hurt right about the time we moved here. Never should have bought him a snowboard. Whimper weep. Well, should we need a snowboard in the near future, we know where to come. Items here. I think this is maybe a Turtle Paradise poster. Oops, I cannot direct my running right now. Look at the map. Take the map. We're going to take the map. Steve's key item glacier map. Hero drink. I think this is the first access to a hero drink. And hero drinks are interesting items. They give a big boost to basically all of your stats. I forget what it is. I know you can stack up to like 3 or 4 hero drinks. It's a very large stat boost. We don't need an inn, do we? So we'll go do the story stuff. It's a very large stat boost. And basically, people fighting the optional bosses will use hero drinks. And other than that, probably not that worth it. But they are a really nice item for upping your late game stats. Alright. I open the window. Let's open the window. Let some air in. Really gadgets going on here. I see a book. Can I touch it? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go downstairs. Turbo Ether. That's nice. That's a full MP heal. Nothing over there. What's this flashing on the bed? Did we really not do anything here? I really thought maybe it's shortly after this. There we go. Play the video. We'll do them in order. The original Crisis. Now we should recognize one of the people here. Camera's ready. Then Ifalna, please tell us about the Cetra. This is Eris's mom. 2,000 years ago, our ancestors, the Cetra, heard the cries of the planet. The first ones to discover the planet's wound were the Cetra at the Knowles Pole. Tell us, Ifalna, where is the land called Knowles Pole? Knowles Pole refers to this area. The Cetra then began a planet reading. Ifalna, what exactly does planet reading entail? I can't explain it very well, but it's like having a conversation with the planet. It said something fell from the sky, making a large wound. Thousands of Cetra pulled together, trying to heal the planet. But due to the severity of the wound, it was only able to heal itself over many years. Do the ancients, rather the Cetra, have special powers to heal the planet? No, it's not that kind of power. The life force of all living things on this planet becomes the energy. The Cetra tried desperately to cultivate the land so as not to diminish the needed energy. Something I think is really important here, and we saw this a little with Eris saying she is a useless materia, but just description of the Cetra, they're not really superpowered, right? The planet itself did the necessary healing, and the Cetra tried to help it on its way and could communicate with the planet, right? The super force here, and the force that Sephiroth is aiming to control, is the life force, is the planet, really. And the Cetra have access to talking to it, but they don't have particular power to use it. They have knowledge. We know knowledge of the ancients is important. They have knowledge of it, but they don't have superpowers, right? It's not something where they can go, my superpowers will fix the problem. It's something where they can diagnose the problem and then try to behave well around it. Even here, so close to the North Cave, the snow never melts. Is that because the planet's energy is gathered here to heal its injury? Yes, the energy that was needed to heal the planet withered away the land, then the planet. The planet tried to persuade the Cetra to leave the Knowles Pole, but Ifalna, let's take a break. I'm all right. When the Cetra were preparing to part with the land they loved, that's when it appeared. It looked like our dead mothers and our dead brothers, showing us specters of their past. Who is the person that appeared at the North Cave? I haven't any idea. That's when the one who injured the planet, or the crisis from the sky, as we call him, came. Now, we know something that appeared about 2,000 years ago, but we'll see if they name it. He first approached as a friend, deceived them, and finally gave them the virus. The Cetra were attacked by the virus and went mad, transforming into monsters. Then, just as he had at the Knowles Pole, he approached other Cetra clans, infecting them with the virus. You don't look well. Let's call it a day. And he turns off the recording, but we have 3 more recordings to go through. That was the original Crisis. Obviously, we're going to end up watching Confidential. I don't know who sees a report in a game like this and is like, I'll watch all the ones except the one titled Confidential. Alright, so let's do What is Weapon? We have not heard tell of Weapon. This is new to us. They haven't mentioned it, but the crisis from the sky is clearly Genova. Though I think there's something a little strange happening here. Because the person talking to Ifalna is Professor Gast, which we haven't seen mentioned explicitly, but I think is worth keeping in mind. Sephiroth said Hojo was kind of a hack in our flashback to Nibelheim, and then he saw the monsters and said, okay, this is interesting, but it'll still never make you Gast's equal. We are now meeting Professor Gast, and Gast, G-A-S-T, did classify Genova as an ancient. Now, maybe he did it before these conversations with Ifalna, but Genova has been called the calamity from the skies, stuff like that. Genova is what appeared 2,000 years ago. So now we have something of a history of the world. The ancients came to this planet, and 2,000 years ago, Genova came, and Genova created a huge wound in the planet, sort of a precursor to Sephiroth's plan. And the planet had to gather a lot of energy up here at essentially the North Pole, the Knowles Pole. And Genova also, appearing male, he said he. Genova has generally appeared female to us, but looks like change of appearance is very possible for Genova. Genova appeared to the Cetra as friends and infected them. And so we have Genova 2,000 years ago. At some point, Genova is contained by the Shinra, but of course that has to be much, much later, right? And sorry, I have a cat trying to make it onto my lap. At some point, that happens, and then we reach the present day. But we're starting to get a history of the world, right? Not just a history of our characters' time on the world, but a history of the world in general. Ifalna, can you comment on the thing called weapon? Yes, Professor. The one the Professor mistook for a Cetra was named Genova. That is, the crisis from the sky. So Gast did mistake Genova for an ancient, right? The planet knew it had to destroy the crisis from the sky. You see, as long as Genova exists, the planet will never be able to fully heal itself. Back then, weapon was a weapon the planet produced of its own will. Yes, but there is no record of weapon ever being used. A small number of the surviving Cetra defeated Genova and confined it. So the planet, to defend itself, created some kind of weapon. However, the Cetra were able to defeat Genova and contain it, right? Not permanently, but contained. The planet produced weapon, but it was no longer necessary to use it. So weapon no longer exists on this planet. Weapon cannot vanish. It remains asleep somewhere on the planet. Even though Genova is confined, It could come back to life at some time. The planet has not fully healed itself yet. It is still watching Genova. Where is Weapon? I don't know. I can't hear the voice of the planet well. So, in our villain hierarchy, right, we have Rufus, the head of Shinra. We have Sephiroth, who has personally, I can't speak today, personally done the destruction that our characters have witnessed, right? Has personally done the damage in Nibelheim, but also was only created 5 years ago. And we have Genova, who is the much more long-time threat to the planet. And there is not much, but there is some debate over who the real main villain of this game is. And I want to keep thinking about that and keep that in mind. Times have changed. The planet is probably watching the situation closely. Thank you, Ifalna. That will be all for today. So, I don't know when or where the game says this. If this, I don't think we've missed this, but I'm not sure when it says it. So, I'm just going to say now. At some point, Gast left Shinra, right? And Hojo became the Shinra scientist. And Gast left Shinra with Ifalna, taking her away from Shinra's studying of the ancients. And so Gast can later here learn, or at least record, maybe, presumably they talked before they recorded these conversations, that Genova is in fact not an ancient, and he had made a mistake when he classified for Shinra Genova as an ancient. Which is why Sephiroth thought Genova was an ancient, because he was reading Gast's books and writings about his discoveries. Confidential. Daughter's record. 10th day after birth. What are you doing, honey? Oh, I'm thinking of taping it on video, but the video's not working right. What are you going to tape? Is there still something I haven't mentioned? No, that's not it. I'm going to record my beautiful daughter. And when she's sleeping, her face looks like an angel. First, we have to figure out her name. We can take the video later. I've already decided. If it's a girl, then it'll be Eris. That's that. You are so selfish, but Eris is a good name. Hee hee, it's a good name, considering it came out of that forgetful head of yours. Right? Oh, the videotape. Alright, they did not do a good job recording that one, but we do learn that Gast and Ifalna are Eris's parents. We knew Ifalna, of course, in advance. Daughter's record, 20th day after birth. Video again? You just got through taping. Please don't say it that way. It's our lovely daughter, both yours and mine. Don't you want to capture her childhood on videotape? The original, child YouTube videographer types. But obviously not planning to share it. If you keep doting on her like that, she won't grow up to be strong. Eris is different from the other children. I wonder what dangers await her. Note, never say that. I will protect you and Eris no matter what. Note, we finally see these scenes after we know, of course, that Ifalna died. We learned that quite early, but also Eris has now died. So obviously these scenes hit differently. Now, if you knew that Ifalna was gone and Gast was gone and Eris was still alive, they'd hit one way, but knowing they're all gone does, of course, hit another way. You and Eris are my only treasures. I'll never let you go. I feel so much better now, darling. If I hadn't met you, Big hug. Oh, what an animation. Who could that? I was just about to. Damn. How dare they intrude on our private time together? I'll send them away. Yes, at once. Who the devil? I think I shouldn't have said something because it is going to be shown to us now. My bad. It's them. Heh heh heh. I've been searching for you, Afalna. Or should I say, Cetra. Long time no see, Professor Gast. Hojo. The only time I think we're going to see Hojo with dark hair. How did you know? Or maybe Hojo, like the only time we'll see Hojo looking like this, not in like the lab coat. Believe me, I had to turn over a stone or two to find, though he is in a lab coat here. But he doesn't have like the ponytail thing. Why can't I now picture Hojo normally? Obviously, this is weird looking for Hojo, so they had to say the name, but they're showing us Hojo is younger. Believe me, I had to turn over a stone or two to find you. 2 years I waited. That's how much I wanted this new sample. Ha ha ha. I can't do evil laughs. New sample? You don't mean Eris? Eris. What a nice name. Ha ha ha. That's it. I'm severing all ties with the Shinra. Hojo, please leave. Ifalna, please. Eris has nothing to do with it. All you want is me, right? I'll need all of you for my experiment. You understand, don't you, Professor Gast? We can change the future of the planet. Don't worry, Ifalna. I'll take care of this. Please don't put up a fight. I don't want any harm to come to my precious sample. What a funny looking camera. Guard, destroy it. And I should have mentioned, we have another very major villain in Hojo, who we've seen less than the others, but stole Eris, is in the experiment that created Sephiroth. So if you do conclude Sephiroth's the key villain here, there's a case that Hojo is at least the causal villain. And a lot of the harm that comes to our characters comes from Hojo. And that's the end of our tape. Be careful with her. Ha ha ha. What are you doing, Professor? Yes, it's not the end of our tape. It's the end of our written tape. Falna, take Eris and run. Yeah, darling. Oh, and don't forget the child. A video. The Ancients? Weapon. A mountain of treasure. Thank you, Professor. Yeah, that Hojo. Not great. Not great. Very much our evil scientist. Let's head north. We're supposed to be heading north. Up is usually north. No, don't. It's a steep downgrade past here. It's dangerous. Please don't go. I'm still going. Damn, I was just being nice. What the? Who are those people over there? Looks like trouble. Ah, we know who that is. They do look like trouble. There they are. Hurry. Yes, ma'am. Again, the game does, I think, an interesting thing where it has a lot of characters it has to keep us familiar with, and it makes sure to show different ones at regular intervals to make sure they all stay in our mind. So we skipped the Wutai side quest, at least for now, but there we would have seen Reno and Root again, the Turks we haven't seen for a while. We saw Seng recently, of course, at the Temple of the Ancients, and now we're seeing Elena. But the game will cycle through them in a way that doesn't feel artificial, but just does make sure, like we haven't seen Hojo for a while. In the story, there's no reason for us to see Hojo soon, or have seen Hojo in person soon. So instead, what we get is this is when we find Professor Gast recordings, and that makes sense. It's at the Knowles Pole, it's in the north. It's where he ran off to with Ifalna. But it means we can keep Gast ran off to with Ifalna, but it means we can keep Hojo in mind, right? And I like that the game characters necessarily kind of show up every few hours to make sure we keep recognizing who's in the story. Cloud, huff, wheeze. I won't let you go any further. Cloud does his classic shrug. What's down there? It's a secret. Really doesn't matter. You really got guts doing my bossing like that. You mean boss Sang? That wasn't us. Sephiroth did it. No, don't think you can fool me, liar. I'm not lying. It was Sephiroth. Don't try to act innocent. I'll never forget it. Oh man. Looks like talking alone won't cut it. You're gonna have to feel some pain. Just you and me. No, I can handle him. There's no way he can avoid my punch. What? Yeah. Dodge that punch. Directional button left, right, up. So I always get this wrong because you're supposed to like press one and then press press confirm or something. It's always unclear to me what the game wants from me there. I have dodged it. I think you have to press a direction and confirm because it's not like hard to dodge. But it's always like whenever it says why didn't you try to avoid it? I go, but I did try to avoid it. I didn't understand what the game wants from me. There's no way they can climb the Great Glacier anyway. Put them in some house in the village. Weirdly not capturing us or trying to hurt us or anything. Uh, Odd scene, odd little scene. And I guess we're all right. I love the little hops in this game. His jumping up is so kind of ridiculous from being hurt. All right, let's try to go north again. Sorry, it just took off a while ago. It looked like there was going to be trouble. Anyway, you'll need a snowboard to get down that hill. All right, big head, don't blame me if you get hurt. We got to get a snowboard, and we know where to go for that. So, I have some notes on what to do for the snowboarding part just to make sure I get the right items here. My boy got hurt right around the time we moved here. I never should have bought him a snowboard. I got hurt on my snowboard, and now I can't go out for a while. Hey, I'll give you my snowboard. Thanks, bro. Tell me when you get good at it. I probably won't. Received key item snowboard, and now we can go down. So my notes say take left twice when snowboarding. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to try to grab all the useful items. Be careful. So there's going to be some choices and directions. I am not good at snowboarding. I can say in advance. This is a mini game later that opens up in whatchamacallit, in the gold saucer. Yeah, already doing terribly. Right, you can use L2 R2 to turn more aggressively. Forgot about that. Okay, okay, okay. In the gold saucer, it will matter to get the balloons, but we won't really be taking part in this turn. I turned too far. All right, how long can we go without hitting anything? Not long. Nope, turned too far. L2 and R2 really very useful, but easy to turn a little farther than you wanted to go. Okay, we'll stay in the middle. Gentle turn, gentle turn. Gentle, don't overdo it. Just a little bit of R2 on top while turning. I forgot we can jump. That's a big jump. All right, let's see if we can get that blue. Nope. All right, no more jumping for us. I wasn't made to jump. All right, maybe one little jump. I didn't even get the balloon. There we go. We got a balloon. Now the colored ones that aren't red are the bigger reward ones when this has rewards. But that is not the case now. All right, let's. Nope. Steered right into that one. I think that's the first time I've fallen over, though, so we can pretend victory. Nope, second time. It's obviously a no damage speed run. Nope. Oh, dear. So, as we can see, I am one of the great snowboarders of our generation. Hey, we dodged things. We didn't get the balloon, and we did hit the wall after, but we didn't hit some of the things we could have hit. All right, we haven't had the choice to go left or right yet, but we should keep in mind I still want to go left twice. All right, here's our first fork. Our first left. All right, I'm good at. Oh, got to jump. All right, I guess jump is useful. Nope, should have jumped, but I lost my chance to jump when I hit the boulder. Oops, again. No, no, no. Cut that. Not every mini game can be great. I think in general, left again. FF7 has a plethora of not very good mini games, and they add up to being like a kind of nice variety and some nice interludes from the rest, but also which of the mini games are actually good? All right, take this straight. Yeah, that was a little better for a moment, and we did it. We did snowboarding under 3.5 minutes. I have no idea what a good time is on that. We're gonna pretend that was incredible. All right. My notes say go right and along the lake when we get a chance. Ugh. I guess we're still in one piece. Everyone all right? Yeah, somehow. Got snow in my ear. So where did we land? Seems like maybe we didn't even jump at all. Yeah, we got the map, right? Let's look at the map by pressing the square button. Sure is cold. We'll freeze if we stay here any longer. So we do have the square button, which shows us the map, but of course not where we are on said map. So we're gonna go right. Hopefully my notes are good. If they are not, we'll miss some nice items. Okay. There's at least one valuable thing that really blends into the snow and is hard to spot. Okay, go right. We see a lake, and then along the lake. I hope you were deeply impressed by my mad snowboarding skills. I could have been a pro snowboarder. I could not have. Why didn't Anaki absorb that? Oh, because he has the Aurora bracelet. This enemy has a lot of life, by the way. It's been a while since an enemy was hit by Tifa multiple times and survived. That wasn't a boss. But I guess Tifa no longer has the big damage advantage. The work glove era is over, but it was a fun one, lasting from the Temple of the Ancients to now. There we go. Alright, we got potion and along the lake until you can walk onto it. Alright, we've walked onto it. And we're trying to get the safety bit here. Oh dear. The only way is to cross. That's the way it goes. Face the direction you want to jump in, then press circle. Alright, so when we land somewhere, everywhere next to it will change. So we have to jump here, and then we'll have to go back, though. Okay. We're going to have to circle back here. But I think we can now make it. I didn't explain that minigame very well, but I think it should make sense. The safety bit protects from instant KO. Not actually very important, but we're trying to grab whatever items we can. Tifa's going to take damage here. I should keep someone up for healing. Maybe I'll have red attack. Of course, we'll have Tifa attack. And we'll have Cloud heal once we get hit once more. Cloud gets his next limit break level just by doing damage. I guess we'll Blade Beam. Oh, unnecessary. I was thinking Blade Beam to hit both, but not relevant. So everyone is really good damage now because everyone just upgraded weapons. But I really did like the Word Glove era. I think it's fun to take the Word Glove or the Nail Bat and just go ham on enemies. What's in the cave? Should be a safety bit. Alright, we got the safety bit. Now we have to go back. Was that worth it? Probably not, but at least we know we're still following my notes correctly. Return to shore and take the far right path Past lone tree, go right. Yep, that's the way it goes. Okay. Let's go left. We have to. Clearly, gotta go. We can circle around. Much easier this direction. Return to shore. Take the far right path. Is that down right or upright, though? My notes are bad. Let's go this way. Past lone tree. Go right. Okay. You took the far right path. I think. I don't see a lone tree. I'm going to go back the other way. Return to shore and take the far right. It should say upright or down right. Alright, we haven't fought the specific version of this enemy before. So we will take on this one. I might... Nah, save states are weak. Can't do it. Let's get off attack before limit break comes. Maybe we'll start death blowing with Tifa just to make sure we can save. Because we know her limit break actually does really good damage right now. But there's probably not anything too important to save it for coming up soon. God, I'm gonna get so lost here. Okay. Far right path. Did I mean the one I took? Or did I mean the one near the top? No idea. I think we're gonna try this one up here though. I'm gonna... Yeah. Okay. Both ways there was one screen that was just to like go here. Okay, lone tree. Past lone tree, go right. Okay. So I'm gonna change where it says far right path to upper north path. Upper right path. Because that was clearly really misleading. Past lone tree, go right. Okay. Next note is take far right corner path and look at second section of path for added cut. So we're on the second section of a path, but it is not after going far right. Let's use her limit. A little off on timing. Yeah. GG. Oh, there's still one left. I think we can all agree Tifa is the best character for fighting. I think she's consensus, like, on the bottom of tier lists, but I think for just a normal playthrough, just playing through the game, um, you get access to the work glove and nail bat. So that makes Cloud and Tifa kind of uniquely powerful in the party, right? For that chunk of the game. Her limit break at this point in the game scales really well. And clearly does just a ton of damage. Like, she's easily outdoing Clem Hazard. Okay. Where are we? Take the far right corner path. Okay. Far right. Upper right? I think I wrote far right and I should have been writing upper right. Ooh. We know these enemies have a lot of life, so I might just run away here. Far right or upper right? No idea. I guess It makes sense that this is more of a corner of the screen than the bottom right. Can I not leave? Where's the exit? There we go. I'm going to change that to upper far right corner path. All right. Second section of path, get added cut. This is the first section and second section. Here is where added cut allegedly is. And as I said, this is a really nice materia. I'm really excited to put it on our main character, Tifa. Oh, you do not want a Berserk Tifa. Okay, let's do this fight. Yeah. I guess at this point, every character is doing about the same damage, but still. What a amateur decision. Just guarantee you get killed immediately. And does such little damage. Alright. Added cut. Sorry this has been such a... and we got it. And we're going to now set our materia. Very excited about this. We're going to go into the arrange screen. Or the exchange screen. So we can put death blow. We don't need all these commands, but get rid of one of the sense commands and switch it for added cut. Keep going to the edge of left pool, touch hot spring. So I'm looking forward to the next fight so we can show off how much damage we do with death blow and added cut. Then we'll call it a day. Keep going to spring, touch spring. This is the only place not frozen, touch it. I think this is just a full heal. A hot spring. No, I think we just have to touch it to like be aware of it. Continue far left to reach swirling snowfield. Alright. At this point, so at some point you pass out in the cold. At this point, I am completely happy to pass out because I've gotten the main thing I wanted. But if we don't pass out, there are still more things to get. Alright. You, and... oh my god, back attack. How much damage are we going to do? Oh, we didn't even get to see the attached hit. But, so if Tifa's doing about 500 on a normal hit, and about 1,000 on a death blow, then she can now do 500 to 1,500 a turn. It's supposed to go straight. Snow, as far as you can see. Better watch where I walk. I'll place a landmark and start walking. Place landmark by pushing the OK button. We're going to place landmarks so that we can stay in a straight line-ish. And we did it. We made it to the cave. And I will stop there, I think. Tifa, death blow. Club sword does a lot of damage. Miss, and we get the added hit. Okay, so she's doing 750. So she's going to do 2250-ish if she hits. And if she doesn't hit, I'd attack normally there, didn't I? If she doesn't hit on the extra move, she's going to do 750 still. So if she hits about half the time on death blows, she is averaging around 1,500 damage. It's not bad. And, nicely, if the death blow kills something, she still gets the added cut. Yeah, that's really nice. I didn't know that, actually. I mean, there's lots of stuff I don't know, but that's one of the many things I didn't know. And we made it to the cave. Sorry for the really gameplay-heavy episode. We'll be stopping here. And, yeah, see you next time.